You better wake up, because tomorrow you'll have no money, no respect, no power, no dignity, because you thought it was so cool to be absolutely stupid today.
Hello everybody, this is Lance Skirvin, America's most outspoken artist. This is going to be short and sweet, maybe not, you know how I like to run my mouth. But I want to tell you one thing, people, black people, y'all have lost your mind. You lost your mind. Not all of you, some of you. But I noticed a trend. It's like, have we deteriorated that much that we brag about the nasty things we do in public? I mean, in public today, I heard a guy bragging about the fact that the judge couldn't make him pay child support to take care of his newborn because he gets a crazy check. And he was bragging about this like this was a victory, you know. And something's wrong with the brother a little bit. I mean, he's a little touchy, he's a little challenged, whatever, but he has an attitude with it, okay? And he's a little slow, real slow, but he has an idiotic attitude. So it's not like I'm being condescending on this brother or saying, oh, he's slow and I'm supposed to be so smart. No, I'm not coming that way. But he has an attitude with it. He's not dumb. He's a little slow, but he's not dumb. And it's people like that who use a label or a challenge to their benefit and then want to turn around and brag about it. That pisses me off. Yet and still, every weekend, his weekend starts around Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's only 2 days that I would say that he doesn't consider the weekend. He's drunk, dressed up in some strange clothes, trying to talk to all the women he can. But when I see his child with his mother, the child's mother, she's struggling by herself. And I've actually seen this guy see the child's mother and turn around and go the other way. Couple that with the fact that I've heard out of his mouth that the judge couldn't get nothing out of me because I get a crazy check. That's slime. I just had to talk about that. I hear a lot of young ladies on the bus bragging about how they get money out of men. And if they don't get this amount of money from this man, they're going to get it from the other man because they need to have their lights on. And they talk on the phone, so my lights are off, child, but I know I'm going to get it because when them lights are out, I get money, and my lights are out. Like I said before, have we deteriorated that much that we lost it? There's some of us who, like I said, and these are the same people, and I'm telling all of you out there who are in the sound of my voice, who can hear what I have to say, don't let anybody tell you, oh, you think you're better. You think you're better than somebody else. You think you're better than me. You know what? I'm not better. God didn't make any one of us better than the next person, but you know what? Our choices can be better. You know, they say don't judge me. Well, we have a guide, we have a book that tells us what's right and what's wrong. So judging is when you don't know, right? But if God says this is this and this is that, then we know. Then it's not judging. We just don't have the power to throw somebody in hell for the things that they've done. God has that. I mean, if the cop pulls you over and he tells you what you did, what you're in violation of, what do you tell him? Don't judge me. No, he has the right to go by the laws that you go by when you got your license, to say, well, you agreed to obey the law, but now you didn't obey the law, so you're in violation of this, so I'm going to give you a ticket for this. So guess what? We have the Bible, okay? We have God's word, okay? So if God says, don't do this, or this is not behavior that I'm happy with, and we do it, how can we try to twist things around and say, don't judge me? Well, look, go to the book, right? So with people and their deteriorated behavior, I don't understand, I really don't understand where they're coming from. Like it's like such a hip thing to brag about how blasted you are, how stupid you are. And let me tell you something. Back in school, back in elementary school, up in New York City, PS 121 on 109th Avenue and 127th Street, for those of you all who have gone there, and just New York City education anyway, back in the day. I don't know about now because I'm down in Florida. But Say for example, you were in the 4th grade. You had 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5. I think they had a 4-5. Well, anyway, 4-1 meant that you were pretty smart. 4-2 meant that, not that you were dumb, but it took you a little longer to learn. Maybe you were a little challenged that way. 4-3, 4-4, and so on. But you know what? As time went on, the kids in 4-5, 4-4, and 4-3, they weren't the ones getting the awards, but you know what? They got pretty good jobs, blue-collar jobs. A lot of them did good. A lot of them picked up and really, really did good. But this whole generation now, if we can have a 4-1 through 4-5, it seems like they're all idiots. Now don't condemn me for saying this, because I'm not really saying that they're idiots. God made them. We all have the potential if we try and put some effort. God didn't make any mistakes. I'm just saying this out of emotion. Why do they gravitate toward the things that are idiotic, the stupid stuff? Walking around like clowns, walking around with mohawks, but nothing in your head. You're more worried about what's on your head, but you have nothing that you're pursuing in your head. Your pants hanging down off your ass. All this weird jewelry and tattoos and the groupie girls who are loving it, but then mommy and daddy or some kind of system is holding you up. But where are you going to go when you get to be 21, 22, 25, 30? You're going to still look like this? You're still going to carry on like this? And you see now with the felonies that they're giving you felonies. You're laughing at it because you want to be a thug, okay? But what most of these guys don't realize is that when they go upstate for a long period of time, these little light in the ass type guys who got all the mouth, but they're young. And you know what? They love young meat in prison, okay? So guess what you're going to be doing? So you better get your knee pads ready when you get ready to go upstate. You understand? I mean, it's just no way. We've become so deteriorated as a people. Television celebrates it. We run behind it like a fool. We don't think anymore. We don't absorb any independent source of information. We don't have community anymore. We're antisocial, our children, locked up in a room, zoned out, just rebellious. Rebellious for what? You better look to build something. Because you see, back in my time coming up, things weren't as rough as they are now. Things are the worst that they've been since the Depression. And don't let the newspapers fool you because they're not talking about it as much. Don't let CNN hoodwink you, or Fox, or Headline News, or any news outlet hoodwink you to think that things are not rough out here. They can be a lot easier, excuse me. If we get back to basics, get back to joining on with each other, shedding the foolishness that the mass media puts out for us to absorb, shun the junk food, learn that we are spiritual beings, and that this facade of our bodies and fashion and style, and you're old and I'm young and I'm black and you're white and I'm rich and you're poor, all these divisions are pulling us apart from each other. And we're not going to be able to make it without each other. Somebody stands to benefit for us not showing some unity. You need to dig a little deep and find out what the deal is in this world. It's Lance Skirvin, America's most outspoken artist. Thank you for your time. Thanks again. Bye-bye. God bless you. See that lady walking behind me? She thinks I'm crazy. She sees me talking to the camera, and she gave me a funny look. Now I feel like a straight pervert. Now I feel like a straight nut. Let me get out of here.